Hello students, so your exams are over. Hope so that all would have given your exam in a very nice manner. Now we are moving on to the next chapter, cell cycle and cell division. So the cell cycle and cell division, today we are going to cover the term called as what? Mitosis. So what we are going to cover today, we are going to cover what? Mitosis, okay. Now what is mitosis? Before moving on to that, you see one more chapter is there which is called as what? Biomolecules, that we will be discussing after completing this chapter, okay. So here we are going to discuss about cell cycle and cell division. In that, cell cycle or cell division means what? Actually one cell will be present, that cell is dividing and it is going to give rise to most number of cells. So one cell is dividing and giving rise to two more cells. So that is what we call it as what? Cell division. And when you are saying it is in the form of a cyclic representation, because from this cell will also divide and form two cells, they will also divide and form two cells, they are also going to divide and form two cells, like that the cycle continues. That's why we call it as what? Cell cycle, okay. Now the cell cycle or cell division, when you are speaking about, there are two types of cell division. So what are the two types of cell division? When you are saying there are two types, one is your mitosis. So what is the first type of cell division? It is mitosis, and another one is your meiosis, okay. So today what we are going to discuss is, we are going to discuss about mitosis, okay. Now cell cycle, you can just the definition, if you are going with what it is, the sequence of events by which a cell duplicates its genome, means the DNA content what is present, that is being a duplicate copy of it is produced, and they are synthesizing the rest of the component, because from one cell two cell has to form, means here how many mitochondria were there, that should also be present here, how many endoplasmic reticulum, how much Golgi bodies, everything should be there, right. Along with the DNA also, when you are saying how much is present here, it's it has to have more of the same, then only they can give it to this cell as well as this cell, isn't it. So they are synthesizing, what they are synthesizing, the constituents which are needed for the cell division. For that, what and all is needed? The protein, the DNA content, the cell organelles, everything is getting synthesized, okay. And eventually they divide and they will giving rise to two daughter cell. So this one we call it as what? Cell division, okay. Now when you are seeing this phases of cell cycle, the cell cycle when it is taking place, so how many phases are there? It has been divided into two main phases. So what are the two main phases? One is the interphase and another one is the M phase, okay. So if you are looking into the diagram, you can understand this is the phases of cell cycle. One is your interphase and another one is your M phase, okay. So interphase means it is intermediate between the divisions, okay. Now M phase is what? It is dividing, mitosis phase. The cell is going to divide. So before division, the cell has to undergo a stage called as what? Interphase. So in the interphase, what is going to take place? Imagine this is the cell which is found out of division is there. Now the cell will go for G1. So this is a new cell formed from cell division. This cell will be going for the first stage called as G1 phase. So in this interphase, it is divided into three. What are they? G1 phase, S phase and G2 phase. In G1 phase, that is gap 1 phase, what is going to happen is that the cell will be forming all the cell organelles which are needed for the division, okay. So they will be synthesizing ribosomes, they will be synthesizing protein, they will be synthesizing cell organelles, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum content and all will increase. The cell means the constituents which are present inside the cells will increase in number. So that is taking place where? In the G1 phase, okay. So that is a main important phase wherein all the things which are needed for duplication, the things are getting prepared where? In the G1 phase. So here sometimes what happens is that replication of DNA will also take place, okay. So moving on to the next stage, that is S phase. In S phase, what is going to take place? Sometimes the replication of DNA will start over here, or sometimes it will be starting in the S phase. Now what do you mean by replication of DNA? Okay, so interphase, G1 phase, I told you cell components are getting synthesized. Along with that, in the later stage, the last minute, you can find the DNA replication is also starting. Now listen students, what is actually going to happen? Now if you are taking a cell, inside the cell you are having a nucleus. Inside the nucleus you are having the chromatin network, isn't it? So I am taking out this chromatin network, means the chromosomes. So chromatin network, when you are saying, it is a chromosome. The chromosome, if you are saying, this chromosome is a net like thread like structure which is present. This chromosome, if you are saying, is made up of what? They are made up of DNA. What is the chemical composition? They are made up of DNA and protein. So this is the DNA. So how many chromosomes do we have? We are having 46 chromosome. How many chromosome? 46 chromosome. Okay. So this chromosome, this is one chromosome if you are saying. So inside that, what is present? The DNA is present, isn't it? So this DNA content, when you are saying 46 chromosome, has to form duplicate 46 chromosome. So for example, I am drawing, this is one chromosome. Okay, this is the second chromosome. Continuation, this is the third chromosome, this is the fourth chromosome. Like this, how many chromosomes will be there in a coiled manner? 46 chromosomes will be there. Now when the cell is going to form a duplicate copy of its chromosome, that is DNA replication, actually what is happening in the chromosome, you can find what the DNA is present. The DNA strand will be present like this. Now this DNA will start to unwind. Unwind means what? They are going to separate out. Like this, they are separating it out. Okay, so this one also was present. Like this, they are separating it out. Okay, so in each and every chromosome, the DNA are getting separated, you can find. Okay, now what will happen? The substances which are needed for the synthesis of DNA are all synthesized inside the cell. Okay, they will form, this DNA will form its duplicate copy, right? And this DNA will also form its duplicate copy. Like this, from 1, how many I am getting? I am getting 2. Like that, how many chromosomes are there? 46 chromosomes. These all 46 chromosomes will also have the same process, DNA replication. What is going to happen? The DNA is going to unwind, and each DNA strand will form its duplicate copy, and they will be forming 2 sets. Like that, from this 46 chromosome, in the S phase, when you are saying, this 46 chromosomes are forming 46 duplicate copies. As a result, now how many chromosomes are there? There will be 92 chromosomes there, isn't it? So this process we call it as what? S phase, synthesis phase. DNA replication is taking place here. DNA is synthesized here. From one set, I am getting 2 sets, so that I can give 1 set to my daughter cell. Okay, so that is what is happening where? In the interphase S phase. DNA is getting synthesized. From one set, I am getting double the set. Okay, what is the next phase? The next phase is your G2 phase. So G1 phase, I told you, all the cell organelles, the proteins, food, what and all is needed is all prepared and kept ready. S phase, the DNA is getting synthesized from one set of DNA. How many sets of DNA? From 2 sets of DNA formed, which means 46 chromosomes is forming its duplicate 46 chromosomes, and it's present there, okay, in the cell. Now what is the next stage? It is G2 phase. What is happening in the G2 phase? In the G2 phase, you can find the cell is checking whether all the components is ready. In case, if at all any component is missing, that component is synthesized during which phase? This phase. The Golgi bodies, mitochondria, every component, when you are saying, they will check if everything is okay, sufficiently is present, then the cell will be okay. Otherwise, they will produce the same. Okay, in the gap 2 phase, they are producing the same, right? So these are the 3 steps during the interphase where the cell seems as if it is resting, but actually it is not resting. It's making itself ready for division, right? Now listen very carefully. There is a stage, the silent stage, okay, which means that sometimes if the cells doesn't want to divide, okay, so in heart cells, some cells are there, they don't go for division. After formation, they want to move into a resting stage. In that case, what happens is that the cell moves into a resting stage. When the cell is not going to divide anymore, they will be in the G1 phase. So when you are seeing that cells, how they will be? G1 means what? A cell has formed its protein content, mitochondria, every numbers have increased. Okay, they have grown to some extent, but the DNA replication will not take place. S phase will not take place. So, if the cell wants to rest, hereafter I am not going for division. Okay, I want to stop my division, especially in the heart, cardiac, muscle cells and all, you can find that is happening. So, in that case what happens is that the cell will be going for the resting stage, permanent resting stage. So, that one we call it as quiescent stage, and this stage is when the cell you are noting, they will be in which phase? They will be in the G1 phase. Okay, cell would have increased in size with more amount of content, but whether the DNA has replicated? No. Then the cell will become what? 92 chromosomes, some other species? No. So, the DNA replication will not take place. Within G1 phase they will give it in stop. The cell will not divide yet. If the cell wants to divide, the cell will go for the next stage, that is S phase. Thereafter it will go for G2 phase, then they will go for division, right? Yeah. So, we will see one by one. G1 phase, interval between what? The mitosis means the cell division and DNA replication is taking place in G1 phase. The cell is metabolically active, I told you, they will be synthesizing, producing, chemical reactions are taking place inside the cells, and the cell is continuously growing in size with the content. Okay, does not replicates its DNA, usually doesn't replicate its DNA. The last end of the G1 phase only they want to go forward, the next stage, that is the S phase. So, in the S phase what is happening? DNA synthesis or replication is taking place, I told you. So, 46 chromosome will form its duplicate 46 chromosome. There is no increase in the chromosome number. Chromosome number, why it is not increasing? Why they are saying like that? Yeah, I am saying this 46 chromosome is forming its duplicate 46 chromosome, but all these 46 chromosome are lying side by side together. So, when you are seeing this chromosome is forming its duplicate copy, but they are attached with one another. That's why it is seem like they are not having 92 chromosome. How many chromosomes are only there? This is with other one pair. So, how many will be there? Only one. So, imagine this is one only, but they are forming its duplicate remaining in close association. Actually, it is two. It has formed its opposite means a duplicate copy, but they are attached with one another. That's why how many will be only visible? You can find only 46 are visible, but all would have produced how many? They will be producing the duplicates copy. So, actually when you are saying the cell is 2n condition only, but the chromosome number means the chromosome content has increased, the DNA content has increased, but you can see they are not forming what this 92 chromosome, rather they are having what the 46 chromosomes only. Okay, so that is another condition. Okay, the cell remains in the diploid condition. Next, what is going to happen? G2 phase. So, here the proteins are synthesized, which is necessary for the cell division to continue. I told you what is quiescent stage. Some cells in adult animals do not appear to exhibit division. They don't want to divide. Like example is heart cells. And many other cells, they divide only occasionally. Most probably they will be resting. Sometimes only they will be going for division. Okay. Whenever there is an injury, in that case there it has to be replaced. That time they will go for division. Otherwise they will not be going for division. So, those cells, they remained in a stage called as what? Quiescent stage. And in this stage, when you are saying the cell will be in which phase? G1 phase of the cell cycle. Okay. So, that is regarding your quiescent stage. The next one what we are going to discuss is your metaphase. Okay. Right. Now, I think it's clear, all the concepts are clear till now. So, what we discussed about interphase. Okay. So, we will recollect once more what did we discuss about this interphase. Yeah, once more we can discuss, right. So, when you are seeing this interphase, actually what is happening, it is divided into 3 stages. What are the 3 stages? One is the G1 phase. Here all the components which are necessary for the cell to divide, the cell organelles as well as the protein, food content, everything is increasing in size. Second is your S phase. Here the DNA replication is taking place. Okay. So, here actually how many chromosomes were there? 46 chromosome. They will be forming a duplicate chromosome of itself. Okay. Actually 92 will be there, but the chromosome number is not increasing because each has formed its duplicate, but they are remaining in close contact. So this 46 will remain 46 only, but when you are saying the content, it would be equivalent to 92. Okay, so that is taking place where in the S phase. Thereafter in the G2 phase, they will check if everything is okay for division, they will go, otherwise they will be synthesizing, especially the protein which is needed for the building of the cells will be synthesized, and they will be going for the next division called as what, the M phase, right. Now we are moving on to M phase or mitotic division, mitosis phase, right. So interphase we have seen G1, gap1, S and synthesis. G1 phase, the cells are active, they are increasing the content, it's growing, DNA is not replicating, here the DNA is getting replicated. Actually when you are seeing the increase in the chromosome number is not taking place because they are attached with one another, only duplicate copies are formed, they are in close association. Cells remain undiploid. What is the diploid condition? It is 46. What is the condition? 46. Okay, but all these 46 is having how many? Its duplicate copy as well, but they are intact in close association, right. Now what is the next stage? G2 phase. Here the proteins are getting synthesized. When the cell doesn't want to divide, the cell will remain in what stage? Quiescent stage. And in this quiescent stage, the cell usually occur in which phase? G1 phase. Okay. So with this is over, now we are moving on to M phase. See, so what is M phase? So I am having 46 chromosomes, right. This 46 chromosomes, when you are seeing, is going to give rise to two cells which are having again 46 chromosomes. So the daughter cells as well as the parent cell. So this is a parent cell and this one is the daughter cells. The daughter cells is having the same number of chromosome like that of the parent cell. That's why the name is called as what? Equational division. The parent cell as well as the daughter cells are having same number of chromosomes. Okay. So involves a major reorganization of virtually all component of the cell, since the number of chromosome in the parent and the progeny means what? The daughter. Okay. The cells which is formed is the same, it is called as what? Equational division. So mitosis is called as what? An equational division. Now this mitosis is divided into how many stages? 4 stages. What are the 4 stages? One is your prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Okay. So what are the 4 stages of mitosis? Prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Now moving on to the first one, mitotic division. Mitotic divisions, when you are seeing, it is being divided into 2 divisions. One is your karyokinesis and another one is your cytokinesis. So when a cell want to divide, first the nucleus will divide. Okay, who is going to divide first? The nucleus is going to divide first, then only the cytoplasm will divide. Okay, so the cell division, when you are seeing, it is divided into 2 stages. One is karyokinesis, which is the division of the nucleus. Second one is cytokinesis, which is the division of the cytoplasm. Now this nuclear division is divided into, that is 4 stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Okay. Now the first one is your interphase. Interphase I told you already, so we are moving on to prophase. So in the interphase I told you all the chromosomes will be present, they would have produced its duplicate copy, they are remaining like that, right. What is taking place in the prophase? In the prophase, the nuclear membrane which was present, it is going to get disappear. Okay. So what is disappearing? Nuclear membrane is disappearing. So this is a cell, means this is the nucleus, isn't it? So what is happening inside the cell? The nuclear membrane is disappearing. You can find the nuclear membrane is disappearing. That is the first stage. Okay. Second, centrosome, you know, isn't it? The centrosome will divide and they will form 2 centrioles. What they are producing? Centrioles we have learned, isn't it? So this centrioles in case of animal cell I am speaking, because centrosome is not present in case of plant cell, isn't it? So the centrosome, we are now speaking about animal cell. Okay. So the centriole will divide, one centriole will be present over here, another centriole will be coming to this pole. Okay. They will be moving towards the opposite poles, right. So nuclear membrane has disappeared, centrioles has moved towards the 2 sides. Centriole, when you are saying, they are moving, they are going to move towards the 2 ends. Okay. Thereafter, what is going to take place? You can find this chromosome in the interphase. What was the phase? In the interphase, when you were seeing this chromosome, how it was present? It was present like a coiled chromatin network form, isn't it? But now this chromosome will be getting converted into, or not later prophase, first prophase we will see. Okay, so now the chromosome, when you are seeing, they are going to get converted into rod like structures. Okay, that ding 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 ding, this network is over. They are just the 46 chromosomes. When you are seeing, they are splitting and they are going to appear somewhat condensed form. Okay, so that is going to take place here. Nucleolus, which was present, nucleolus, you know, inside the cell there will be a nucleolus, isn't it? That nucleolus will also disappear, and in the later stage you can find all the chromosome. I told you how many chromosomes will be there? 46, but all these 46 will be having its duplicate copy. I told you, isn't it? One will be forming its own duplicate copy. So you can find here, actually this is one chromosome, this is one chromosome, but this one chromosome with its duplicate, this chromosome with its duplicate, this chromosome with its duplicate. Okay, so like that, how many chromosomes will be there? 46 chromosome. Each chromosome with its duplicate copy will be present in the condensed form, rod shaped form. Now from the thread, it has been converted into rod shaped form. Okay, so what and all has happened in the prophase stage, ma? First is that you can find the nuclear membrane disappears, the nucleolus, you can find it is disappeared. Centriosome will divide and form two centrioles. They will be moving towards opposite poles. The chromatin networks, chromosomes are condensed and they will form chromosomes, and these chromosomes from the chromatin network, it is forming chromosomes, and the chromosomes will remain in pair. Okay, so they are remaining in pair inside the what is that, nucleus. Okay, so this is happening where? In the prophase stage, right? Now we are moving on to the next stage, metaphase. So in the metaphase, what is happening? In the metaphase, you can find that the chromosomes which were present with its duplicate copy, each chromosome, they are trying to come towards the center. Where they are going to come? They are coming towards the center. So where they are going to remain? Actually, they are going to remain in the equatorial plane. So what that plane we call them as what? The equatorial plane. So they come, the chromosomes will come towards the equatorial plane. So you can find here how the chromosome has come. I will just show the diagram here. Okay, you can find in the metaphase, the chromosome has come towards the equatorial plane. So this is anaphase actually, metaphase, yeah. So this is a metaphase. Okay, this one diagram is only present. Anyhow, so they are coming towards the equatorial plane. Equatorial means what? Towards the center. All the chromosomes are aligned in the center, when you are saying. And each and every chromosomes, they are attached from the centrioles, a fiber will come. That fiber will get attached to which one? They are going to get attached to these chromosomes. Okay, so this is taking place where? This is taking place in the metaphase. I will show you this in the form of a diagram. I will draw and show you, it will become more clear. Okay, as we were discussing regarding metaphase. So in metaphase, what is going to happen? Listen carefully. So in the prophase, what had happened, we have covered. So first is what? The nuclear membrane will disappear. What happens to the nuclear membrane? It disappears. Chromatin network was present. Now they are getting converted into what? Chromosomes. These chromosome is having all its duplicate copy. Now the centrosome will divide and they will form two centriole. One centriole will move towards one end, another centriole will come towards another end. Okay, and what is happening? The nucleolus which was present is also disappearing. This happened where? In the prophase. What is that phase? Prophase. Now in the metaphase, what is happening? Listen carefully. The diagram was not that clear, that's why. Yeah, now listen. In this metaphase, what is happening is that the nuclear membrane is gone. Okay, so this is the cell, the nuclear membrane has disappeared. Now you can find the chromosomes which are present along with its duplicate. These chromosomes are coming and lying side by side. Where they are coming and lying? They are coming and lying in equatorial plane. Like this, they will be coming towards the equatorial plane, and like this 46 chromosome will line up in the equator. Okay, so just like that, they are lining up in the equator. So how many will be there? 46 chromosome, all with its duplicate copy, are lining in the equatorial plane. So that is the characteristic feature of what the metaphase. And these all chromosomes, when you are seeing, they are attached by, from the centrioles you can find the spindle fibers are formed. What is formed? Spindle fibers. What is formed? Spindle fibers. Now the spindle fibers will attach to the centromere, isn't it? So, what is the spindle fiber centromere? We have already learned when we are learning chromosomes, isn't it? So each chromosome, when you are seeing, at the center there is a region called as what? The centromere, where the chromatids are attached. So you can find this is the region where the chromosomes are attached to. Okay, so this is what we call it as what? We call them as the centromere region. There the spindles are coming and attaching. Who is coming and attaching? The spindle fibers are coming and attaching. Okay, now listen very carefully. This is the characteristic feature of metaphase. All the chromosomes are present in the equatorial plane and the spindle fibers are attached to the centromere of the chromosome. Now what the spindle fibers will do? Next stage, okay. The spindle fibers will start to contract. What they are going to do? They are going to start to contract. So when they are going to start to contract, you can find each and every chromosome which were present. I will draw. Okay, so imagine this was one set of chromosome which was present, isn't it, with the centromere. This is one set of, not that clear, yeah, so this is the one set of chromosome which was present. Now the spindle fibers present over here, this side, as well as this one is from here. This is contracting, this is contracting. What they will do is that they will divide the centromere. One set of chromosome will be moving towards one side and another set of chromosome will be coming towards this side, because this contraction pulls one set towards one side and other set towards the another side. By splitting the centromere, one set will be moving up and another set will be coming down. So here you can find one set will be moving up and another set will be coming down. One set will be pulled up and another set will be pulled down. One set will be moving towards one pole and another set will be moving towards another pole. Okay, so like this you can find how many were there in the center? 46. All these 46, one set is moving towards one side and another set is moving towards another sides. Why these chromosomes are not called as 92? Because you see, this chromosome, after it is producing its duplicate copy, each of them I call them as chromatid. What I call them as? Chromatid. So this is why chromosome 46 chromosome 1 was present, but when it has produced its duplicate copy, now these two separate chromosome we will not call. What do we call them? We call them as chromatid. Okay, so one set of chromatid is moving towards one pole and another set is moving towards another pole. Like this, one set of chromosome has moved towards one side, another set has come towards other side. Okay, so towards the opposite poles. This takes place when anaphase. So metaphase, they are in the equatorial plane. In the anaphase, they are moving towards opposite side. One set is moving up and another set is coming down. One set is moving up and another set is coming down. One set is moving up and another set is coming down. So like that you can find the contraction of the spindle fibers pulls one set up and pulls one set down. Okay, so like that the two chromatids actually we call, that moves towards the opposite sides. Okay, yeah. Now what is the next stage? So anaphase is over. Prophase, I told you what happened. Metaphase, equator. Anaphase, it has moved towards opposite pole because of contraction of the spindle fiber. What is going to happen next? Telophase. All opposite of prophase will be happening during telophase. Okay, so these chromosome and all have moved, one chromatid actually, they have moved towards opposite pole, isn't it? So this one set is present over all the sets of chromosome. 46 chromosomes are present over here, isn't it? So the same way 46 chromosome will be present over here. So these 46 chromosomes, they will get converted into thread-like forms. Again, from the rod-shaped structure, all will join together and they will be forming how many chromosomes? All these 46 chromosomes will be getting converted into chromatin network. So this one is also going to get converted into what? Chromatin network. Condensation will go and they will get converted into chromatin network. What happened in the prophase? Nuclear membrane disappeared, isn't it? Here nuclear membrane will start to appear. This side, here also the nuclear membrane will appear. So inside the cell this is happening. The nuclear membrane is appearing. Okay, so here this nuclear membrane is appearing, here also. Nucleolus, what happened? It disappeared in the prophase, isn't it? Here the nucleolus will come. So the nucleolus is coming again. Then in prophase, what happened? The spindle the centrioles, they move towards opposite poles. Spindle fibers start to form, isn't it? So from the centriole, what started forming? The spindle fibers started forming in the prophase, isn't it? In the prophase, what we discussed? When we were discussing prophase, we discussed centrioles, they move towards opposite poles. They started the formation of what? The spindle fibers. Here, what is happening? The spindle fibers is disappearing. The spindle fibers is gone. It's not seen. Okay. Now, all is opposite to what? The prophase. So, nuclear membrane reappears, nucleolus reappears, spindle fibers disappears, chromosome means chromatin network was converted into chromosome. Here what is happening? The chromosomes are getting converted into chromatin network, and you can find like that how many nucleus, 2 nucleus is formed, each having how many number of chromosome? 46 number of chromosome. With this, the telophase is coming to an end, which means the karyokinesis is coming to an end. Division of nucleus is coming to an end. Now, what will happen in animals and plants? What is the difference? Listen very carefully. In case of animals, we know that the centrosome was present, isn't it? So, that's why 2 centrioles came, from that the spindle fibers. But in plants, when you are seeing in the plants, when after the prophase, immediately after the prophase, you can find the spindle fiber starts appearing naturally from the opposite poles without centrosome. That is number 1. Naturally the spindle fiber happens. It synthesizes spindle fibers from some region towards the poles. They start preparing the spindle fibers that will help in attachment during the metaphase. Okay, that is number 1 difference. Second one, I told you, in case of animals, if you are seeing the cell, how the cytoplasm divided, cytokinesis, how did it take place? The nucleus divided, they moved out, cytoplasm, they started constricting like this. You can find 2 cytoplasms were formed. Actually, what is happening? You can find this 1 nucleus, 2 nucleus were formed. Cytoplasm was present, this was present like this. Slowly a furrow starts developing. This furrow deepens and 2 sets are formed. How many will be formed? 2 sets are formed. In case of plant, it is not like that. Immediately you can find after the formation of this nucleus, karyokinesis, 2 nucleus are formed. Cell plate will start forming from the center. What will start forming? Cell plate, because cell wall cannot come like this. It's very hard, rigid structure, isn't it? So from here you can find a cell plate is formed and the 2 cells are formed in cytokinesis. Okay, so that is the difference between what? The plant cell and the animal cell. Centrosomes are not there, so spindle will arise from somewhere in the pole region, and here in the cytokinesis also, in the plant cells, when you are seeing cell plate is formed, but in case of animal cells, because of constriction it happens. Okay, animal cells, since the cell membrane flexible, they can constrict and they can separate out, but in plant cells it's rigid, so a cell plate is formed in the center. Okay, now we will discuss what is written one by one, ma. Yeah, so what is the first stage? I told you mitosis is divided into division of nucleus, karyokinesis, division of cytoplasm, cytokinesis. Karyokinesis is divided into prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. First is prophase. Chromosome material condenses into chromosome. So chromatin network actually condenses into chromosome. Each chromosome has 2 chromatids attached at the centromere. I told you this is 1 chromosome. When it is forming its duplicate copy, what do we call? We call them as chromatids. Now we call them as what? Chromatids. Okay. Attached at which region? Centromere. Centriole reach either poles. So centrioles are moving towards each pole, isn't it? Spindle starts to form. Spindle fibers are starting to form. That is number 1 in prophase. Next is metaphase. Chromosome undergo maximum condensation. Condensation means what? They will become like they were threads. Now they will be condensing and forming like this. Much condensed form they will be forming. Spindle fibers will be attaching to the centromere. I told you the spindle fibers which is formed will go and get attached to which one? The centromere. One will attach here, another one will be attaching in the centromere, isn't it? The chromosome align themselves at the metaphase plate, means the equatorial plate. Okay, so we call this one as what? The equatorial plate. To that they are getting attached. So that is metaphase. Next is what? Anaphase. Chromosome splits. I told you the chromosomes are splitting. One set was present here, one set was present here. This is splitting. One set is moving up and another set is coming down. Chromatids are becoming separate. One set is moving up and one set is coming down towards opposite poles. Okay. So, chromatids move towards opposite poles with the centromere facing the poles. So, the centromere, when they are moving, it will be facing the poles, like that they will be moving. One set will move up and another set will come down. Okay, that is anaphase. Telophase, what is happening? Telophase, chromosome clusters at the opposite spindle fibers, they are making clusters. Clusters, you know, the chromosomes are getting converted into again chromatin networks, and thereafter nuclear envelopes is starting to form. Okay, around the cluster you can find the nuclear membrane is formed. Nucleolus, Golgi complex, everything is getting synthesized inside the cell towards the opposite poles they are producing. Okay. Next, what is that? Cytokinesis. The cells are constricting, the cytoplasm is constricting, and a furrow is forming, and they are divided into two cells. Okay. So, cytokinesis marks the end of cell division. In animal cells, by forming furrow in the plasma membrane, furrow deepens, ultimately joins at the center, dividing the cytoplasm into two. This is regarding animal cell. Thus, furrow is deepening and they will divide into two. In case of plants, how it is taking place, you can find the cytokinesis in plants. So, here is the cell is dividing by the formation of what? The cytokinesis cell plate is formed, synthesized, and then they will divide. Okay. Now, last point is what is the significance of mitosis. So, when you are saying the mitosis, why it is needed? Why is mitosis needed? Okay. Number one is that mitosis, they are maintaining the chromosome number. In the parent, how many chromosomes were there? 46. In the daughter also, how many chromosomes were there? 46, 46. So, the chromosome number is maintained. Very important. For that, mitosis is significant, because if it is division is taking place and it is giving rise to cells are dividing and forming 23 means it will become a new species. From this 23, then 12 and half it has to form. So, maintenance of chromosome number is controlled by whom? This mitotic division. Equal distribution of chromosome is taking place. That is one significance, one importance. Second, volume surface ratio is maintained with the parent cell as well as the daughter cells which is formed will be having same surface ratio. Another one, the nucleoplasmic content, when you are saying inside the nucleus also the DNA content, when you are saying that is also maintained, it is the same as that of the parent. And main thing is that you want to grow, you can grow only the cells divide. The cell division which is taking place for growth is what? The mitotic division. So, mitosis is taking place resulting in your growth. The growth is possible because of mitosis. So, you want to grow or any organism want to grow, the cells need to divide. For that, mitosis is needed. And sometimes what happens is that your cells are worn out, your cells die. It has to be replaced by new cells. So, for that also what is needed? Mitosis is needed. For example, my blood is lost, or I have donated some blood to someone, or I met with an accident, much amount of blood has moved out of my body. Now, if the cells, the red blood cells, when you are seeing the cells in my body, if it is not multiplying, if it is not dividing, do you think my body cells will be replaced? No. For replace, for any repair means there is a cut, okay, in my body, somewhere there was a small cut or crack, whatever it is. So, after some time it heals, isn't it? Thereafter I cannot see where the cut was, I cannot recognize, which means that there the cells has repaired themselves. That repairing is also taking place because of what? This mitosis. So, for growth, for replacement, for repair, some of the cells, when you are seeing unicellular organism, they divide asexually by mitosis division. So, for reproduction also to some extent mitosis, asexual reproduction, mitosis is responsible. So, these are the different significance of what? This mitosis. With this, we are coming to an end of a chapter, and we will just finish it off within 1 minute. Okay. So, what is that? Mitosis we discussed. So, it is cell cycle, when you are saying it is divided into two. What is that? Interphase and M phase, mitosis phase. Interphase is divided into 3. So, what are they? G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase. After that, the cell is going into M phase. M phase is divided into 2. What are they? Cytokinesis and karyokinesis. Karyokinesis is first nuclear division, which is having 4 stages. What are they? Prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. After that, the nucleus is dividing. then we can find what the cytoplasmic division, that is cytokinesis. From one cell, two cells is formed and each cells are having the same number of chromosomes. That's why it is called as what? Equational division. With this, we are coming to the end of mitosis. In the next class, we will be discussing about meiosis. Hope it's clear. Thank you.